When I started DJing and started taking it seriously, the whole goal was to eventually make it to the bigger, festivals, international stages. And to do that, I knew I had to make my own music. But if you're anything like me, then you know that when you open up Ableton, it kind of just looks like a great Excel sheet. And I just didn't know where to start. And it just felt super overwhelming to just go online and just look up, like how to make blah, blah, blah. I was making like deep house, tech house back then. So how to make up house, and then just get like 500 tutorials. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I did to just streamline that process and just make things a whole lot simpler. So the first thing that I would recommend is to just choose one sample pack. Usually when you buy a sample pack for like 20, 30 bucks, it'll come with a bunch of high quality kicks, snares, percussions, some vocals, some synths, basically everything you need to basically build a song. I recommend Evil Sounds. I think I started with a Confessions Volume 3. But once you have just concise library where you can just basically pull from, and it basically limits your options so you don't get option paralysis, it makes things a whole lot simpler. And in terms of just, tutorials and someone teach you how to do things, if you just don't know anything like I did, I recommend EDM Tips and his, how to make blah, blah, blah genre, and Weston's full tutorial tech house remix. Even if you don't make tech house, I still learned a whole bunch of basics, just like, how to drag things in and like make it in time, time sequences, a bunch of Ableton effects, a bunch of Ableton hacks just from watching that video. One more thing I recommend is to make a remix, because if you kind of start making your own original sound or a song from like a vocal you never heard before, then it's gonna really sound kind of bad. Uh, and since you don't know what you're doing, it's not going to be able to become anything really. So I recommend just starting off making a remix. I personally made a remix to Me and You by Cassie, and it's deep house, and it's the first track I ever really released on SoundCloud. And I think it has like, I want to say like 20,000 streams, and it sounds, in my opinion, shit. So if I can do it, I know y'all can. So hope these tips helped. I'm no my by no means an expert, but just wanted to share what I did to basically get to where I am right now. Yeah, happy reducing, guys. See y'all later.